Going to change your mind? Drug-resistant TB and they have to be locked up for the rest of their life? How's that sound? Because, you know, this is reality, folks. This isn't a game. I don't want to just sit here and attack Geraldo Rivera. But he's full of bull. To quote Dan Rather, he's full of prunes. And again, if we should be so open, how about I get to move to Guatemala and get everything paid for if I want? Toll-free number, 800-259-9231. We'll look more at the situation on the border when Chris Burgard joins us, who's been doing amazing documentary news shoots down on the border, and got the interview with Zach Taylor, the head of the major Border Patrol retiree union and a former senior Border Patrol officer. He's the one that broke down with military precision from the military handbooks. Of course, he has a military background. That this is asymmetrical warfare. And that's what I've been calling it. This is war. That's not rhetoric. This is war. This country is under attack right now by the globalists. Just like Mexico's been under attack by them with destabilization. The globalists take countries down. I'm getting chills, folks, because it's so clear. They take countries down with chaos. Can people not understand that? While they're safe in their government and corporate compound reservations, they bring everything down on us via siege. It's political control. That's why Israel, a former Israeli government, I'm not saying Hamas works for Israel. I'm not saying Hamas is good. What I'm saying is Hamas was founded in the mid-1970s. That's Haaretz, Jerusalem Post, not my opinion, face it, by Israel. Why? To destabilize nonviolent Palestinians so that they wouldn't look legitimate. Like Mahatma Gandhi let the British beat him upside the head with big cane poles, not because he was a wimp, but because he was so strong. Say what you want about him, but the guy dozens and dozens of times would let them basically knock all his teeth out and beat him. But he did that because he knew that the age of the press had come and it was all being exposed, and they were losing every time he took a punch. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. We try to stop them starting a civil war. We try to stop them starting a physical war, being nonviolent. If they start it successfully and are hunting us down and grabbing us, then you know what happens. The gloves are off, and it's very sad. It's just self-preservation. The globalists will get what they want in a giant civil war that will wipe out the police, the military, and the patriots. They'll just simply turn the power off for a year in most areas of the country, and then the general public will beg for UN troops in phase 2. I'm trying to stop that. We're going to go to break with Gravedigger. We're going to come back with your phone calls. But we're going to look at everything happening with the border and more. Chickenpox outbreak puts illegal immigrant facility on lockdown. Colorado overwhelmed by immigrant license requests. They give them licenses. Illegals. Immigrants to be housed in suites near San Antonio with cable, flat screen TVs, beauty salon, you name it. Immigrant detention center, again, has hair salon. Again, this is a magnet to suck them up here, to overwhelm the welfare system and collapse it. They're just being used. And so we're not just digging the grave on the republic. We're digging the grave on prosperity. We're digging the grave on stability. And we're bringing in a very scary world. All because the general public didn't think they had any power or didn't want to change anything. We'll let Willie Nelson take us out. We'll take 2 segments of phone calls on Ebola. You think it's a big deal or not? And then we'll come back with our guest in the next hour. We'll be back. And putting black X's on their hands at highway checkpoints. It's not like they get a tip that the child's coming down a certain road and then you block it. That'd be probable cause. No, we just checkpoints at every exit of the town, search everyone. And, of course, it doesn't find the child. Just like locking down half of Boston and searching everyone didn't find the patsy who was in a boat outside the ring that they were searching. But it's control. But the border's wide open. Thousands of kids have been missing and dug up in mass graves. Thousands. Look it up. just on the Texas border. Oh, there's no checkpoints down there. You know, I mean, there's not going to be any, oh, you're illegal? Let us put you on a bus and bus you wherever you want to go. Rahm Emanuel wants you. It's all a giant fraud. Oh, we're going to spy on everything you do warrantlessly to keep you safe from Al-Qaeda. Oh, really? Who runs Al-Qaeda? Who funds them? Who gives them missiles? Oh, we do. We're Homeland Security. We're NATO. And then now at these facilities the illegals are being held at here in Texas, it's in the news today, they call them residents. So first, don't call them illegal aliens, just call them aliens. Then don't call them immigrants, call them migrants. And now you just call them above the law. And again, nothing against the people themselves. They're absolutely desperate. They're absolutely like Obama phone lady. I've been honest to her face. She just doesn't know anything but the state. And then it's game over. Obama gave us a phone. He gonna do more. And so a lot of black folks in the inner city are mad at Obama right now because he's helping the illegals and not them. That's because they, you got to put a worm on a hook to catch a fish. He already caught you. The globalist already caught you. But don't worry. There's not going to be a worm on the line once they catch him. And the country's almost there, almost ready to be fully butchered. And they got the whole police state ready for the collapse, and the cops will be like, the government said it was going to collapse, and they were right. Boy, the central government knows what's going on. Yeah, it's like arsonists that call the fire department and say a house is on fire. I mean, it's just so sick and so transparent. And hey, where's the apologies to old Alex Jones out there? All the neocons and all the liberals and all of you. I mean, it's all happening.
Why is the federal government accommodating people who are crossing in illegally with activities like basketball and ping pong and flat screen TVs in their rooms? And how does the federal government expect folks back in Central America to see these images through national news and think that it's dangerous to cross?
While residents are here at the Karnes County Residential Facility, we will provide a safe and humane environment. We realize that children could be of infancy up to 7 years old. We are in the state of Texas, where it requires Texas children that are in a detention facility to go to school, to be provided these activities.
And by the way, folks, so that's out of the town outside San Antonio.
Going through the
Now, I want to explain something. We're going to go break, come back with your calls. I want to explain something here. If you go see the movie Elysium, that's open border propaganda, they just swipe a card and suddenly the whole third world can live forever and be rich and live on space stations. And it's the same thing. If you can get here, you're going to be in heaven. That's not really true. And in the movie, it's children that are sick, and that's the reason that the bad guys on Elysium need to be dealt with, because they don't want to take care of the poor children. And the Democrats have said on MSNBC, Melissa Harris Perry, that they are using kids to sell the end of the border. They're quite honest. They know how bleeding heart America is compared to everybody else. And it's totally cold-blooded, because the kids are only the foot in the door to legalize the 30 million illegals that are here, the tens of millions more that are pouring across. This is a military, asymmetrical takeover. We'll be back, Infowars.com.
Thank you for listening to
Follow
GCN.
us on Twitter at Real Alex Jones. It's key to do that.
GCNlive.com today.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield, true nascent iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox special at InfoWarsLife.com.